hell are Ray and Sid?
And how did they get here?
Come find out.
Perfect.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Welcome to Dare to Be Better with Ray.
And Sid.
We got that figured out. You're Ray and I'm Sid. Wait a minute. Who am I?
Well, you caught me off guard. I even was questioning Sid.
I don't know.
A lot of people think that maybe it's not Sid.
Well, here's the crazy thing. Those names, you could be a Ray and I could be a Sid.
I know.
Because when I met you, I didn't know if you were a guy or a girl.
You know?
Because I didn't actually meet you. I was told about you.
Right. It's kind of a throw-in.
That's right. A throw-in.
Just kind of a throw-in.
Aren't we all just a throw-in in life sometimes?
Sometimes you are. You just do your very best. But, you know, a throw-in is great because no one expects anything of you.
That's true.
It's lovely.
There's no pressure.
No pressure. You just come and do whatever you do. If you mess up, you mess up. If you hit a home run, you hit a home run. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
It's the best place to be.
So, the whole idea behind this show, Dare to Be Better with Ray and Sid. And again, I think we figured out who's who now.
Yeah,
I think
I'm Sid.
Right.
Or am
For
I
now,
Ray?
anyway. It may change halfway through.
Yeah.
They may want to rebrand us. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
But I met you because you were booked on my show, The Ray Powers Hour, cheap plug. And again, I didn't know who you were. I didn't know if Sidney Hall was some Borscht Belt comic from the 60s. You could have been.
I could have.
With a name like that. I pictured a guy in a plaid jacket, you know, telling dirty dad jokes. And I guess you could do those, right?
If I could get them, I don't get any jokes because you keep trying to tell me jokes.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
get
going to
any
have to
of them.
figure that out. That's I mean, you know, this is brand new, but, you know, talking about doing the show and even on post-interview with my show, I'd try to slip in a joke or something.
Right.
And you're just waiting for the punchline.
Yeah, and it's dead air. We just sit and look at each other. And then there was one of them that you took 4 days to try to explain.
Was it 4 days?
Yeah. Do you remember which one it was? Okay, there's those two shapes. They kind of look like water.
I don't know if we could tell that on this show. I'm not sure who's picking this up yet, so we may want to wait on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And delete.
Oh, they're telling us we can't delete. Sorry, we're running.
Yeah.
This tape is expensive, you know, the tape machines in the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just roaring along. Yeah.
Okay. No bueno. Got it.
No bueno.
You just remind me. I'll remember that joke because it took you 4 days to explain it to me.
And that was one of the better ones.
Yeah.
But anyway, you wind up on my show. It's a hit. People really connected with us. And really it was the replays that people caught on. And, you know, they missed the show the first time. They were like, oh, when is this going to be on again? Luckily, my show was syndicated. And, you know, it runs another 4 times on New Visions Radio, where this show will run as well. It'll be a flagship station for this show as well. Another cheap plug. And you got to get it in when you can, you know?
Yeah. I know.
But people really, really connected. They really liked it. And you came to me with this idea.
Yeah, you know. So I waited.
You waited. A whole couple days, was it? A week?
A week or so.
A week.
I was trying to be politically correct.
I see.
Okay?
Trying to be tactful. Right.
Yeah. So I waited because I felt that chemistry, right? And I thought to myself, what do I have to lose? Nothing. And I didn't know, you were just Ray Powers. I didn't know anything about
Just
you.
Ray Powers.
I didn't know what you did, if you were the director of the station or what you were. So I'm kind of ballsy this way.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I'm always swinging for the fences. And I've been trying to have a talk show for decades. This is how dedicated I am to something. I'll dig my heels in and I'll wait. And I'm patient. So we had this interview and I felt it in me. And I'm a firm believer on moving on inspiration because I do believe inspiration is directly connected to life, God, the universe, whatever you believe in.
Sure.
But it's that thing that when you feel inspired, it means everything that is meant to be with that, whatever it is in play, right? So you can't wait 2 hours, 2 days, 2 years.
It's there.
It's there then.
Get it.
Okay, but just a second. I have to cough.
We can edit that out. That's okay.
It's hilarious. Okay, but I'm not done. I have to cough again.
You have to cough again?
Okay, I have phlegm.
I have a... Now you tell us. I have a cough button here, but it was too far away.
I have to cough again. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you going to push the button?
I'll push the button.
Okay. What does it do?
It just edits it out. That's all.
Okay, I'm going to cough.
Okay.
How come I can't get rid of the phlegm? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm
Have
still
some
telling.
water. It's
I'm telling a story, and now I can't remember where I was.
we're off to a great start. We kind of figured this is how this would go. But anyway.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank
See?
you.
Kid, it doesn't get any better than this. This is as good as it gets.
I would have just kept coughing.
Just cough. It'll be a whole new theme.
And then all it took was you, Ray, to say, what? Let me have some water. Okay, I feel so much better. Okay, so I'm saying to you, so I think to my own self, nothing to lose. So
Right.
I won't say all the details. I just had it in me to reach out to you. So I reach out to you and I'm like, hey, this is what I think you need. This is what I think we should do. That you need a new... Now, I've been told you're extremely busy. Okay?
Very, yeah. But
Extremely busy. But that, in my head, I go posh posh. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So I reach out and I'm like, you need a new show. You need a co-host. This is what the show should be about. And do you want it? It wasn't like, hey, think about it. I'm just like, yo, do you want it? And I remember you said yes without pause, but I could feel a little like shake in your voice, like, dang it, this girl's ballsy. And
Well,
she's
yeah.
putting me on the carpet right now. Like, would you want it? Do you want it? And then when you said yes, I'm always waiting, right? I'm always waiting. I don't want to hear, maybe. When I
What's maybe?
hear, yes, you better believe I'm hitting the ground running, because after you said yes, I went and put together all our merchandise, all our .coms, our company.
she's not kidding, by the way.
Yeah, within 1 week, built it all. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
And do you remember you did say to me, geez, I've got to be careful what I say yes to, because when I say the word yes, it's going to be done in 30 minutes.
Yeah, this isn't like a
don't
trial
play
balloon.
around.
There are no demos. There is no preseason.
No! When you say yes, I know exactly what we're doing and how we're going to get there.
So speaking of getting here, you had a real interesting story about getting here, literally here today from the very beginning. I mean, my upbringing, I'm only a few minutes away from here. And
Which is New York.
New York. Yeah, we're in New York right now. And thank you for coming in to do this, by the way.
I love being here.
Well, thank you. They may even have us back.
Maybe.
I
You
don't
mean
know.
New York themselves?
They may or may
They
not.
may welcome us back?
Well, they may actually banish me. I may be stuck going home with you.
Sure. Well, yeah, Utah is not as exciting.
Well,
They've learned to tolerate me there.
I believe it. Because you actually came from a whole different place, very far away. We talked about this on my show, but you come from the Philippines originally. Mm-hmm. Anybody who looks
Cardboard
at you
box.
would, right. Literally a cardboard box on the side of the road.
Yeah, I was born to a homeless woman who was clearly poverty-stricken, right? In a cardboard box. You can't get in Manila, so you can't get much further down than that, meaning
Right.
financially, right?
Sure.
And how my mother was discovered is there was a guy there that was a taxi driver, and he drove for the church, I guess I can say it, the LDS church. And the president at the time, I called him Grandpa Rose, but President Rose was the one that would use this taxi driver for his transportation. So one day the taxi driver just said, hey, there's a homeless woman on the side of the road who's pregnant. She's going to give birth anytime, and she's starving to death. Will you help feed her? Because I can't afford to.
Oh, wow.
So President Rose started feeding, giving money And then one day he says, well, ask her if she'll put her baby up for adoption. And my birth mom immediately went, no. So then 2 weeks later, he said to the taxi driver, go ask if the baby goes to the United States, if she'll put her up or put the baby up. She didn't know if it was a girl. And she said, okay. And
no reveal parties back then.
No.
You found out in the delivery room.
Yeah. And, my mom, Ron and Linda Hall from Utah, my mom happened to be working with Kathy Rose. Kathy Rose was Grandpa Rose's daughter.
Right.
And that same night, my mom just happened to say, oh, wouldn't that be neat to adopt? She was just making small talk. And so Kathy Rose tells Grandpa Rose, and he calls my mom the next morning and says, Linda, we have a baby that's going to be born. If somebody doesn't adopt her, she'll be trafficked. She'll be shopped into prostitution. Yeah. She'll live in this cardboard box. She'll live a very, very sad life. And so Ron and Linda Hall, without pause, said, okay.
You would have been just another stat there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I live a golden life. And I'm grateful because I do consider myself to have two moms and a father.
Sure.
And my one mom brought me into this world, and my mom and dad nurtured my life in this world.
Now, do you have any contact with your birth mom at all? Have you found out anything about her? Have you kept track?
No, because, back then, I do say that I am only 30.
Of course. I'm 29, right? Or 31.
Yeah, you have to be older than me. You
Okay.
can't say that you're 29.
Oh, I'm 32, I think. I lost track. I don't know.
Okay, so anyway. So only back a few years ago, it was, they just didn't keep records like that. So you can't even really go back and find anyone. So
Wait, no birth records in the Philippines? Like no birth certificates?
We have birth certificate. Well, I have I don't have a birth certificate.
No.
I have a naturalization papers.
For here, right. But back home, they didn't record that stuff?
I think we finally found it. It took a long time.
Really?
To find that. Yeah.
It's probably very informal there.
In fact, my last name used to be Duco. My birth mother's last name was Duco, which is a very cool name.
That is cool.
Really cool.
D-U-K-O?
D-U-C-O.
C-O.
Mm-hmm. Duco. Okay. So,
Duco would make you Japanese with a K.
Oh.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm going to get called all kinds of names for this, but I was just guessing. Okay. No, I was saying if you spell the D-U-K-O, that might make you Japanese.
Could, and I would love it.
Okay.
Japanese women are beautiful. And by the way, I do like K's overseas.
Do you?
Often in
I don't really have a preference, but okay. Depends. If someone offers me a coffee and they spell it with a K, I'm drinking it. It's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Caffeine with a K, it's fine.
It's fine. Or a C.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like a K. K's are very sexy. So anyway. But it's D-U-C-O.
Gotcha.
Duco. But, oh, shoot. I can't remember.
We were talking about your birth mom. I know. It's easy. 25 left turns later, you're down the rabbit hole. It happens.
Okay.
But we were talking about tracking your birth mom.
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you why else. I think to my own self, in that, even today, the third world country, it's no bueno to have a baby out of wedlock.
Oh, true. I didn't realize that she was out of wedlock. Okay.
Yeah. So my birth father, she was married. I'm doing the, what are those ears?
The quotes, the air quotes.
I'm doing that.
The bunny ears, yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that. And when she got pregnant, the guy she was with, who she thought was her husband, said, no, we're not married. I really have another family.
Oh.
So he kicked her out. And that's how she ended up being in a cardboard box.
Wow.
So
your birth dad, you have no idea.
And I don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. So, but I do think his last name was Alarcon.
Alarcon?
As much as I say I don't care, but that's what his last name was.
It's good to know where you came from.
No, her last name was Alarcon. Because you know how they have a lot of last names?
Yeah. Like the Hispanic people do that too. They take on.
Okay, Alarcon, I think it doesn't matter. It just really doesn't matter. She has Alarcon and Duco. Oh, I know.
You figured it out.
Duco was her maiden name.
Okay.
Alarcon was her married name, which means it would be his name.
If they had actually been married at that point.
Yeah, if they had been married.
All right.
Okay, I don't
We're getting
know.
to the bottom of it.
I don't know where we're going.
I don't know, but I'm entertained. It's okay.
Oh,
I'm
my
I'm
gosh.
holding on with one hand. You ever see the cartoon where the guy's holding on to the flagpole? And
Oh, yeah,
his feet
and
are, yeah.
That's you.
Me right now, yeah.
I know.
White
You
knuckling.
are so patient. You really are.
Well, this is only episode 1. Like, come see me around 5 when we're like throwing punches at each other.
I'm going to duck. Though, my dad did teach me how to box.
Oh.
Yeah.
I taught my daughter how to box. That's
I
good.
know, that's what you said.
Yeah.
And don't think I'm going to make the error of putting my thumb inside my fist, by
Oh,
the way.
No, you don't do
No
that.
bueno. Bad news bears.
No. You might have a load of, a roll of quarters or something in the punch, but always the fist on the outside.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do with the roll of quarters?
Oh, that just makes your fist heavier. It just packs a heavier punch.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll be trying that.
Well, I mean, last resort. We're not talking about.
So I'd have to go to the bank.
I want to punch you out, but first I have to make a deposit or withdrawal. Yeah.
Hopefully I have enough money in the bank to
Right.
get myself a roll of quarters.
I didn't have, what was it, $10 for a roll of quarters?
Yeah, does anyone even these days know? Do people know what a roll of quarters is?
I don't know. Nobody uses cash. They use Venmo now.
Yeah. Well, people, it's quarters, a bunch of them. I don't know how many. It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of
It's
it.
40 quarters, I think, in a roll, and it's $10. So
Okay, done. And they roll it up in a piece of paper.
yeah. And if you only have like 750, so you get a short fist. That's all. You have a smaller hand than me.
Oh, you're saying I
Yeah.
would go get I would just
Give me
take a few
$5
quarters.
worth. Yeah, I just have a small fist.
I
yeah.
see. I think you wouldn't want it.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want it sticking out. That would be weird.
They would be.
They'd be like, "What are you doing?"
I'm in blinding pain right now, but I'm more weirded out that you threw a weird punch at me. Yeah.
With quarters that are gonna flip everywhere.
How did we get here?
What I'm saying to everyone listening, this is how brilliant life is. You can literally come from a third world country in a box,
Sure.
from a poverty-stricken mother to a life of opportunity. Like, I think about this all the time, that this country is not perfect, nor will any country be perfect,
Of
right?
course.
It's run by people. But as with all of our problems here, I'm very grateful every day. This is why I reached out to you, because I believe the way I show gratitude to my birth mother and my parents for the life that I live is by taking every opportunity that comes my way. Because if the opportunity doesn't end up to be what I think it should be or want it to be,
Right.
then it's a stepping stone towards where I'm heading. But if I don't take and reach for every opportunity that's given to me, I feel like I let my birth mother down, because what a gift she gave me to be
The
here.
gift of life, of course.
Yeah.
And she gave you up when she could have been selfish and said, yeah, no, I'll take my chances. Maybe she won't become a prostitute or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
So I reach every single time. I love opportunity. I love digging for it, finding it, creating it. Love it. Because in this country, and it could be on the male end too, but as a female, brown skin, third world country, minority, immigrant in this country, I can be and do anything I choose.
That's right.
It's incredible. I just get such a thrill out of it.
Technically, I wasn't born on the mainland of the U.S. either. I was born in Brooklyn. Actually, I was born in Queens.
Right.
Brought home to Brooklyn, which, here's a useless fact for you. Only one borough in New York City is attached to the mainland of the United States.
I know we talked about
It's the
this.
Bronx, yeah. I bet you people in New York don't even realize this.
Okay, and borough. See, I didn't even know what borough meant.
Sections of the city.
Okay.
They're 5 sections of the city. You know, I'd call them neighborhoods, but they're just basically districts.
Okay.
So Manhattan is where we are now in New
Okay.
York City. That's an island in itself.
Okay.
You have Brooklyn and Queens, which is part of geographic Long Island.
Okay.
They call Long Island east of Brooklyn and Queens, Nassau and Suffolk County, but it's 4 counties on one piece of land.
Okay.
2 of them, the west part of it, is in New York City, Brooklyn and Queens. And also where most of the people live.
Right.
You have Staten Island, which looks like it's part of Jersey. I mean, it's so close. It hugs New Jersey, but it's part of New York City.
Okay.
Again, an island by itself.
Okay.
And the Bronx, north of Manhattan, north of us, is actually attached to the mainland. Because if you go past the Bronx, you're in Westchester County, which becomes upstate New York.
Okay.
And then you're off and running.
So what you're saying is that you too were born on an island.
On an island. Although I was given naturalization right away, and I'm sure they're regretting that to this day.
Sure.
But, you know, they try to yank it every year.
Yeah. Well, you know.
But born to, you know, an Italian mom, Polish dad, grew up in Brooklyn, very, very working class, and I loved it. Had a ball. Wouldn't trade a day of it for the world.
Oh my gosh. And see, and it's in your voice and it's in the edge of you. It's just really cool because you and I are very similar in a lot of ways, but completely different.
Like 180 as far as, yeah. You look at us and go, well, you don't have the same parents, you know, clearly.
Which is good.
Right.
But,
we'd be fighting a lot.
Oh gosh. And I said to you the other day that it's very fortunate that I'm an old dog. Okay. Old dog.
Hey, watch your mouth. I'm a year older than you.
No, you're not. I am 9 months older than you.
Oh, so we broke the kayfabe. Okay.
Huh?
We broke the kayfabe. That's a wrestling term for, you know, suspending disbelief.
Okay.
It's like, it's okay.
Okay. Can we?
Cat's out of the bag. You're slightly older.
Yeah.
But, you know, at this point, it's
Well, and the Asian skin is a helpful, because, okay, I have to tell you this story
exactly.
again.
You could be like 75. I wouldn't know it. You could be 30.
Because at 80, the rule is, at 80, that Asian woman looks, even man, looks the same. Poof, 80.
You hit the wall.
And wrinkles.
It's over.
And so I have signed up for that. I've said that will be fine.
80? Yeah, I'll sign up to 80. Looking, yeah.
Because, you know, I have a blonde sister, a brunette sister, a redheaded sister. My dad was redheaded. My mom was brunette. One day, I was probably 12.
Wait, 4 girls?
Yeah. I was counting. Yeah.
Ron is a saint.
Yeah. He was an all-American concrete guy. Phenomenal. You know, just a guy's guy. And he was way ahead of his time in raising children. So I'm the only adopted one.
Right.
So one day...
It's still 4 girls in one house. And how many bathrooms in this house?
There was 2. But we all wanted to only use one.
Good Lord.
You know, and it was, Kate, wait, listen, you got to get me back to here. What were we just talking about? Because once I go on the tangent, I can never return.
Yeah, those left turns are tough. We're talking about
What's happening?
You had 9 months and we're from different areas, but here we are together. We're so similar. We look different. Obviously, different genders, different races. Yeah. I'm tall, you're not.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter because now I'm going to tell you a new story.
Okay, it's on to a new story. Anyway, similar in a lot of ways and couldn't be more different in other ways.
Yeah.
That was the gist of that. And yet here we are.
Yeah. Yet there was more. It doesn't matter. I'll come back to it because what I'm saying to you is that it doesn't matter. Okay. So, I remember why.
And we're back to the fork in the road.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. So one day he sets us all down on the bed and he says to each one of us, I don't love anyone more. I just love you all differently. So he starts going down the line.
And do you guys buy that when he says this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My dad didn't, you could feel it on him, didn't love anyone more.
Okay.
Okay. So he would tell each one of us what he loved about us. He would get to me, and at the time, he printed up a picture of a woman who was Asian at 30 and a white woman at 30. And he goes, DJ, always called me DJ, what's different about these 2 women other than the color of the skin? And I'm looking at it and I go, well, the Asian woman has no wrinkles. And he goes, exactly. Maybe if you would get busy loving yourself, being yourself, feeling fulfilled, and really just embracing who you are, you're going to start learning that women are going to spend tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, in a lifetime trying to have the color of your skin. They're going to go do things to their skin.
Botox.
So that they doesn't wrinkle. And he says, if you'll eat healthy, love life, exercise, I bet you can get to 50 without a wrinkle. Wow. And guess what? I've made it past 50 without a wrinkle. In fact, I was telling you just the other day, I was talking to a woman who was 32 and she thought I was her age. And as soon as she found out I was 51, then she let down her guard and I became more of a mentor to her.
I wasn't sure if she was going to get mad or not because that could have went either way.
Yeah. But once she found out, she was fine. But she was very standoffish with me, felt very
Before
competitive.
That, yeah.
When she thought I was 30. Those.
Right. The 32, right? 32, I believe. My Spanish friends could tell us out there if I'm messing it up. I have the internet right here. You think I'd look? I'm just lazy.
No need.
No. That's okay.
We're not giving a show of facts.
No,
we
give
a show of opinion.
That's right. I think it's that way. So therefore, so she was now a lot more at ease with you.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's asked to go to lunch because she said, I go to counseling once a week. I pay for a lot of money. And this 1 hour of sitting with you, I have learned more. I feel more collected and more inspired.
In the counseling.
Because
you have your guard up, I would imagine, when you go to a counseling session.
And it's that, you're sitting, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole atmosphere.
Of course.
So.
Especially in the beginning, before you know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's judging you because that's her job. She's evaluating you.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really cool. We've just stepped all the way over because I was talking about my dad, but that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is it is fabulous when you become great in your own skin.
That's true. It makes you a better you.
Yeah. It's like it just doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's irrelevant because...
Could that be any more cliche, by the way? Be a better you. I should get that tattooed on the inside of my...
Could you just put that on your arm?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I didn't even catch that. It's lucky we stopped to talk about that. It would have just gone...
But, that's the whole theme of the show, dare to be better, right? So make people around you better.
Yeah.
Lead by example by being better. And take the high road when you can. Certainly anytime you can.
And I do want to say this. The brilliance about just being great in your own skin. First, you got to find your value. You got to know you're valuable somewhere. I don't care if you're fabulous at making cream cheese dressing. I don't even know what that is.
Cream cheese dressing?
But you got to own it. You know what I'm saying? You got to own it. Own the things that you're valuable at, that you're great at. Feel inspired about your life and the things you want to do. And you can't wait around for somebody else. My dad would say this all the time. DJ, you have to want more for yourself than anybody else wants for you.
That's absolutely true.
Because if you sit around waiting for somebody to want more for you than you want for yourself, you're going to wait a long time. And you get one chance.
That's very true. And it's easy to forget about because you get so wrapped up in trying to please other people. Some people don't care at all about pleasing other people, which is just as bad. But I spent my first 30 years, probably more, just trying to please everybody under the sun. And then if I couldn't, I'm like, oh, I offended somebody.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, you know what? People get upset. You'll get over it.
Yeah. Look the other way really fast. That's what I say. If you don't like what's going on here, you got to plug your ears and look the other way.
Exactly. Can you believe 30 minutes is over already?
Oh my gosh, because I am burning up.
About 30 minutes. Well, the lights are on here.
I'm sweating?
You never sweat.
Oh my
Ladies
gosh.
don't sweat.
Yeah, I do. Oh my gosh, I'm burning up. No, I can't believe it. But this is always how you and I are.
Exactly.
We can talk, even from the very first time we interviewed.
Yeah.
We stayed on the phone for another hour and a half.
Exactly.
And then, do you know, we have talked every day.
About something, yeah.
About something since that day.
There's a lot of stuff brewing out there. A lot of it we can't tell you about yet. Although, by the time this comes out, they might already know.
I know.
So, listen, we got to do this again.
I know.
Why don't we do this next week?
Okay.
All right. So which one are you now? Are you Ray or Sid? I can't remember now.
Oh, I believe I'm Sid. I was thinking about that through the whole interview.
Born in the Philippines. I'm Ray, born here.
But both on an island.
Right, not this island.
Yeah.
Neither of us are born on this island.
That's right.
No. But that's all right. We'll figure it out next week. Listen, whatever you do in life, dare to be better.
Yeah. With Ray and Sid.
Hey, thanks for checking us out. If you enjoyed the show, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and please tell your friends. We'd also love it if you headed over to daretobebettershow.com for tons of cool photos, extras, and a chance to shop for some sweet show swag. Say that 5 times fast. I could barely say it once. If you keep coming, we'll keep delivering. Thanks again.